Hello viewers, welcome to Roving Report, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's northeast region. I'm your host Chandra Kalanda. Highlights of today's program are: people of Manipur witnessed a historical assembly election. Destination Northeast in Chandigarh blends people from all across India. Centre starts work on 4-lane highway in Nagaland. And Mizoram comes alive with Chapter Coat Festival celebrations. The northeastern state of Manipur witnessed an all-time high voter turnout in the 11th state assembly elections. The polling in Manipur saw a huge turnout of women and young voters. We have a report.
Joining hands with other states of India, Manipur witnessed one of the most historical elections of the state by crossing 80% of voter turnout at the first phase of polling for the 60-member 11th Manipur State Assembly elections. Covering 38 constituencies with 168 candidates in fray for 38 seats, including 7 female candidates, 1,643 polling stations in the first phase polls went off peacefully. During the first phase of polling, young and old alike were seen queuing outside the polling stations to mark their democratic choice. The first phase polling covers across the districts of Imphal East, Imphal West, Bisnupur, Churachandpur, Kangpokpi and Fizrol.
In order to ensure a peaceful and trouble-free security atmosphere, more than 61% license were deposited. This is the first time in the history of Manipur election, because in the last Lok Sabha election only 5.6% license arms were deposited, and last assembly election in 2012 only 13.5% license arms were deposited. From that perspective, depositing of 61% of license arms was a big feat which was achieved by our district magistrates and superintendent of police.
For the record, many youths from the state are in opinion to end the corruption and also the frequent blockades in the state. Great hopes and expectations are seen in the people across the state, and proper management on the education sector is among the top chart lists for the next government to be formed.
ये इलेक्शन के बाद मैं ये सोचती हूँ कि इस इलेक्शन के बाद जो भी एमएलएस आएगा वो एमएलएस हम लोगों की सोसाइटी के लिए, इस देश के लिए जो भी करेगा अच्छे से करेगा। ये यहाँ पे करप्शन होती है, सब कुछ ऐसे नहीं चाहिए हम लोगों की। जो भी बच्चे पढ़ाई नहीं कर सकती क्योंकि लैक ऑफ ड्यू टू मनी। इसके बाद जो लोग एमएलएस है ना, लोग पढ़ाई के लिए भी अच्छे से स्कूल, कॉलेजेस और गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज सब के लिए अच्छे से देखभाल करना, और सोसाइटी के लिए यहाँ सबके गांव में अच्छे से पानी मिलना।
In the second phase of polling, well-known politicians of the state like Chief Minister Okram Ipobi Singh, activist Iram Sharmila, Deputy Chief Minister M. Kaikhangam and others are vying for the 22 assembly seats. Moreover, women voters were outnumbered the men voters, and a huge number of first-time voters came out this time from across the 22 constituencies, which includes the valley districts of Thopal and the hill districts of Ukhrul, Chantil, Damanglang and Sinapati, where 98 candidates are fraying for 22 assembly seats. During the second phase of polling, over 80% voter turnout was recorded across 1,151 polling stations.
The way voter turnout has come up is that the young youths are participating in a way much more than before. Is youth participation, and besides, fortunately for us, this time the elections have been conversed with the social issues of the state. Earlier elections were never connected with the problems and the crisis of the state, but this time, right from the beginning till the end, somehow there is a convergence between the electoral process and the social issues of the region.
For maintaining peaceful polling, 280 companies of central paramilitary forces and armed police of other states were deployed on both phases of polling.
I want this Manipur to be a corruption-free state, and it should be developed like any other state in Manipur, in India. Territorial integrity of Manipur should not be broken, or like it should be in the previous form or something like that.
Okay.
And they have to, everyone, the elected people have to serve for the betterment of peoples of Manipur.
The overall polling turnout was increased by almost 6.2% as compared to 2012 State Assembly election. However, due to reports of some malpractices in some of the polling stations, State Chief Electoral Officer V.K. Diwankan has ordered repoll in 34 polling stations of 8 assembly constituencies, which went to the polls in the first phase on 4th March. The repoll took place on 9 March.
Well, viewers, India's northeast region has many things unique in itself to boast about. Rich heritage, impeccable cuisine, colorful tradition, vibrant culture which makes it inseparable from the rest of the country. For travelers who explore this part of India will definitely have an unparalleled experience to cherish in later years. Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region, in collaboration with industry body PhD Chamber of Commerce, recently organized an event, Destination Northeast 2017, in Chandigarh to showcase the Northeastern region as a potential destination for investment and highlight the rich cultural heritage, traditions and customs of the region. We have a report. Northeast India, the gateway to Southeast Asia, has huge perspective to attract potential investors from all across the globe, providing an opportunity to untap the rich natural resources the region is blessed with. As a part of the countrywide drive undertaken by the Donor Ministry to showcase Northeast to different parts of India, a 3-day event, Destination Northeast 2017, was inaugurated by Union Donor Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh in Chandigarh. The event aimed at taking Northeast culture to every nook and corner of the country. Exquisite dance, mouth-watering cuisines, music and culture of the 8 northeastern states marked the cultural extravaganza in the beautiful city of Chandigarh.
ये जो आज का इवेंट है, इसके पीछे भावना ये थी कि अक्सर ये कहा जाता है कि पूर्वोत्तर के लोगों को भारत के दूसरे हिस्सों के लोगों के ज़्यादा समीप निकट लाया जाए, लेकिन हमारा ये मानना है कि बाकी देश के लोगों को पूर्वोत्तर के नज़दीक लाने से बहुत कुछ हमें सीखने को मिलेगा, जो पूर्वोत्तर की अद्भुत ऐसी विशेषताएं हैं और एक ऐसा क्षेत्र है जहां के युवा युवतियां जहां पढ़ाई लिखाई में और अपनी प्रतिभा में, योग्यता में भी बहुत आगे हैं.
Along with the donor minister, the event was graced by Chandigarh Member of Parliament Kiran Kher. Various products from the Northeast remain a major attraction for the people. An exclusive range of horticultural and floriculture, including medicinal and aromatic plants, were also at display during the event.
There is so much variety of medicinal plant. Right now we are exposing only a few medicinal plant. No, these medicinal plant are very good for the stomach, especially for stomach ulcer, like hypertension, for diabetes and bile problems. It's very good for it's very good for those diseases, no, those communicable diseases.
The traditional handloom shawls of Nagaland, the famous Mekhela Chador of Assam, and other ethnic outfits from other states like Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Manipur, Meghalaya, Tripura brought to light the age-old customs and traditions and the hard work put on by the weavers of the states.
ये तो बहुत अच्छा है और यहाँ पर चंडीगढ़ के लोगों की जो चॉइस है वो इसी से ही रिलेटेड है, लेकिन इसका रिस्पांस और जो अब की बार जो ये लगा है जिसमें कलर कॉम्बिनेशन अलग अलग स्टेट्स के लोग जो आए हैं कुछ, तो हमें तो बहुत अच्छा लगा है और आज मैं बहुत सारी शॉपिंग करने वाली हूँ यहाँ पे.
It's really very important because India is a mixed culture, so the North doesn't know many things about the food. Let's say start with the food and the clothing. So now, it's really a good opportunity for the Northeast. Let's say lots of designers are there, so they'll have a very good footstep here.
Adding to the flavor was a delectable dishes from the state of Tripura, most commonly known as Gudok, which attracted food lovers. An array of scrumptious cuisines from the state of Meghalaya such as yam chaat, blank rice or chakhao of Manipur also remained a hit at the event.
जो ये चीज़ें बिल्कुल डिफरेंट हैं जो हमने शायद कभी टेस्ट भी नहीं की होंगी, है ना, तो वो चीज़ें हैं तो काफ़ी अच्छी लग रही है. हमें भी पता लगता है हमारे देश में क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं जो हमें पता ही नहीं है, वो यहाँ पे आके हमें पता लगती है.
The event acted as a platform to discuss and develop linkage strategies at people-to-people level. Such a venture will go a long way in strengthening ties with the rest of the country, thereby providing an opportunity to the people in knowing more about the unexplored region. Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently.
The budget session of Meghalaya Assembly begins recently with a customary address by Governor Banwarilal Purohit in Shillong. Chief Minister Mukul Sangma informed the Assembly that in a bid to increase the border trade with Bangladesh, the Meghalaya government has urged the centre to facilitate opening of 22 more border traditional markets along the India-Bangladesh border. Sharing the concern of members of the House, the Chief Minister also said the government is trying to simplify rules to make it easier for miners to export limestone. The session will end by March 24, 2017. Similarly, the budget session of Arunachal Pradesh Assembly was commenced recently and will conclude on March 15. Joining the rest of the country, the northeastern provinces to observe the International Women's Day in a grand manner. In the state of Manipur, the Mahila Batanjali Yoga Samiti, in association with the Assam Rifles, observed the International Women's Day as Batanjali Mahila Diwas and Parav Navvart Mahotsav at the Zinga Lairambing Meeting Shang Community Hall in Imphal. Likewise, a beautiful procession was taken out in Tripura's capital Agartala city with a call for gender equality, economic, social and political participation by hundreds of women from various ages and walks of life. Similarly, Assam, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh also observed the International Women's Day with great enthusiasm. Nuclear Data Physics Centre of India, in collaboration with Department of Atomic Energy and Board of Research in Nuclear Sciences, recently organized a 4-day-long workshop under theme Compilation of Indian Experimental Nuclear Data at Northeast Hill University in Shillong. The workshop aimed to give impetus to nuclear data compilation activity for substantial contribution to the International Atomic Energy Agency and experimental nuclear reaction data databases. Recently, a heritage short film competition was held in Assam's Guwahati city at Rabindra Bhawan. It was organized by Chalachitram in association with Department of Culture Affairs, Assam Government and Directorate of Film Festival, Government of India. Speaking at the closing ceremony, Assam Chief Minister Sapanta Sonowal says that cinema reflects the philosophy of life, reality and expectations of the society and plays an important role in transforming society. Directorate of Film Festivals, Government of India, Senthil Rachan and other eminent filmmakers from the state were also presented at the program. A massive fire broke out in a forest area in West Sikkim's Khatri and the fire later spread to adjoining Raptansi forest. There was no casualty reported, however, animals and birds are badly affected and killed. The Sikkim Forest Department sent a team of firefighters with a local to douse the flame. The villages closer to the forest have been evacuated and people have been shifted to safer areas.
Endowed with rich natural and mineral resources, India's northeast region has great potential in becoming a business hub in Southeast Asia. However, it has suffered a great setback in many developmental projects due to the lack of proper infrastructure and road system. Now, with an initiative taken by the central government, one of the provinces of Northeast, Nagaland, is soon going to access 4-lane highway roads between Dimapur and state capital Kohima. Take a look.
Northeast India is blessed with rich natural resources and having an agroclimatic condition, the region has a huge potential in the field mineral industry, education sector and in various other sectors in the country. To achieve such heights, the first and foremost requirement and steps towards growth and development is accessibility and quality roads to all, as roads are the lifelines of every community and nation. After 13 years since the then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee visited Nagaland in 2003 and announced 4-laning of national highway roads, Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari laid the foundation stone in 2015 at Badkai Bridge, Chumukitima in Nagaland. The 4-lane road project has been kick-started by clearing off the jungle along the road on National Highway 39, covering 42.48 kilometers between Dimapur and Kohima. With all the required machineries at the work site along with the workers, the work on 4-laning is going on full swing.
We started this project 6 months back. Total project cost is package 1 is 339 crores, package 2 is 387 crores. Total project completion stipulated period is the 36 months. Now things and progress are going very well. Hopefully we will complete the project within the time.
The project is one of the stretches approved by the National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited and Ministry of Road Transport and Highways under Special Accelerated Road Development Program Phase A in Northeastern Region on Build, Operate and Transfer. Constructing at a cost of Rs 1,089.87 crore, which exclude land acquisition and pre-construction work charges, the project has been divided into 3 separate packages. The Engineering and Construction Company Limited firm was awarded with a stretch between Batkai College Junction to Pipima, a distance of 28 km, and Kaitri was awarded with 14.2 km from Pipima to Chotsoma Junction, while Border Roads Organization has jurisdiction from Chotsoma Junction through Kohima onwards to Infal. The new development project aims to expedite the infrastructure in Nagaland and improve connectivity in the region. Eventually, it will become a catalyst for improvement of other state roads.
Government to amen kita first competition disya second we disna. Kalau itu akhirnya affected area pillar lot पीछे से थका हम तो हम तो काम कुलिंग जैसे बोले तो इतने बुस्ती तो थर्ड फेस भी पा रहे थे थर्ड फेस लगी हमारा गवर्नमेंट आहिला मेजर में जैसे थर्ड फेस तो पाना है इधर इधर सपोज कोदा पिलर लॉक इफेक्ट हो जाए तो इधर तो बुस्ती माने के तो कम्पिटिशन दिवो लाइवो और इधर वहाँ विलेज साइड पर आमी कोई ऐसे इधर जोन जगह जाइले भी जी कुछ हेल्प भी मात्र किमान गवर्नमेंट तो आमें के दिशे तो आमें ला डॉक्यूमेंट सब ठीक ठाक है.
Implementing such projects will help facelift the structure of the state and the Northeast region as a whole. The project also increases the potential of employment to local laborers for project activities.
The landlocked state of Meghalaya has seen a surge in the number of tourists over time. Once affected by insurgency, Meghalaya attracts tourists from across the globe. Nokrek National Park in East Garo Hills of Meghalaya is one of the most popular tourist spots in the state. Let's find out more about this national park.
Nokrek National Park is located at the highest peak in Garo Hills. Carpeted with lush, green vegetation, the Biosphere Reserve is home to different species of wild animals, including elephants and hula kippens, to name a few. The park has earned the reputation for Mimang Narang, orange of the spirits in local language, which is considered mother of germplasm for Citrus indica. The park is spread across an area of 47.48 square kilometers and is lined with rows of varied citrus fruit trees. All important rivers and streams of the Garo Hills region rise from the Nokrek range, of which the river Simsang, known as Someswari, is the most prominent. The park and its adjoining villages attract tourists from all walks of life. Locals say a large number of domestic and international tourists visit the park. In villages neighboring the national park, residents are run pad and breakfast services for tourists, offering the visitors a homely stay.
Angni sab kutay abulsi atitta mandirang iba maximum local tourists rang sakrtsagni ba foreign rang sak kolgruk pa kholatsirang ungen maximum double mo oi double angni jangi thangani de khangde anga tingthang thang khamrangko ranka andiba taude anga matnang jeng ha yanun.
Tourists are at times forced to cut short their trips to a day due to lack of accommodation and other facilities. However, for visitors to experience the beauty of the park, a day is not enough.
Ya bersih parti nikiya, matsa nokpanti nokrek ya nokrek medan aru apal. Ini agrede agani nude maibas musang dari ba wachi dari yarangko na wipul dak barangko niya. Namda paniko matna chingna turis rangni ibanichi. Chingna da sekali rang de mga abarang uwa hajirang khaimung jangi thanga yaburside chinga touristrang ibaude mi bijakrang sukni mungana aru abrirangchi guide khadli mona thanghamatna.
It is worth mentioning that Dura Adventure Club, an NGO, has also initiated a project to renovate Daripok Rural Resort with assistance from MPLAT funds. Nokrek offers an idyllic destination for trekking and for adventure lovers. It also offers a vivid opportunity to the visitors who are interested in exploring the natural beauty and the rich flora and fauna. Moreover, efforts are being made by the villagers to set up a small venture to provide food and accommodation for the visitors and in turn create a source of livelihood. It is noteworthy that Nokrek was declared a national park in the year 1986 and was listed by UNESCO in its list of Biosphere Reserve in 2009. The park is also home to many species of birds, reptiles and amphibians.
Well, peace and development is a buzzword in the Northeast. Let's take a quick look at some development news from the region. Recently, a MOU for the establishment of a new Ramakrishna Mission residential school under East Kameng district was signed between Arunachal Pradesh government, headed by Education Minister Hongchun Nangdam, Parliamentary Secretary Rural Development and Panchayat Mama Naktong, Secretary Education Bidol Tayang, and a representative of RK Mission Belur Mat, Swami Bodhasarananda in Itanagar. In the proposed school, RK Mission aims to devise better methods of imparting knowledge and improving the morale of the student community. Tripura Chief Minister Manik Sarkar recently inaugurated the biggest sewage treatment plant of the Northeast in Agartala. Funded by the Union Government under Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission, the Agartala Municipal Corporation took up the project at a cost of Rs 82.12 crores. The project aims to create a healthy atmosphere in order to prevent outbreak of diseases in the society. The sewage treatment plant has connected more than 2,300 individual toilets and household sewage outlets and can connect at least 3,000 more houses in the northern part of the city. It was built by the National Buildings Construction Corporation Limited. A vintage apparel brand named Pamcos, consisting of artisans, weavers and designers, came together under one consolidated umbrella and was recently launched in Itanagar. Launched by Parliamentary Secretary for Transport and Supply Likha Saya, the brand will provide a platform for rural artisans and fashion designers of the Northeast region to showcase their products and gain exposure. Most of the products and materials displayed in the vintage apparel store were from the designs showcased in the last two editions of Northeast India Fashion Week. Young, vibrant, unstoppable, intelligent students from various colleges of the national capital as well as other universities came forward to debate and put out their best of opinions, sharing nuances on the development of the Northeast region and emphasize that national media is most essential for development of India's Northeast. It was a neck-to-neck performance among the youths and brought to light a pool of opinions on the subject. Some stood for the motion and others against the motion. It was indeed a session of knowledge for excellence. A report. Late Indira Goswami, popularly known by her pen name, Dr. Mamuni Raisam Goswami is a distinguished name in the world of literature. In the year 2000, she was honoured with Jnanpith, the highest literary award in India, for her immense contributions in the field of literature. She was an eminent writer, a prolific author, a Ramayana scholar, an editor and former professor of Delhi University. Her life and her deeds have always been an inspiration for many. Taking a step ahead to commemorate her work and as a mark of tribute to the great literature of Assam, the All Assamese Student Association New Delhi, under the guidance of several other senior members of the union, took this humble initiative to organize the first ever Mamuni Raisam Goswami Memorial Convention debate held in the premises of Assam Bhavan, New Delhi.
The objective of the debate was basically to bring in two perspectives of the students who stay outside Northeast and the students who stay in the Northeast. When these two perspectives merge, we know the clear picture of Northeast development vis-a-vis the country. It was also an opportunity to bring about the student community together to exchange and have conversations on how the development of the Northeast can be enhanced using media as a very powerful tool.
A total of 12 teams of students from different colleges of Delhi University took part enthusiastically, imparting knowledge and coming up with opinions and views on how Northeast region can be developed. It was a brainstorming session among the participants, as a debate competition served as a platform for the students to put forward their opinions on one of the most importantly raised topic. The role of national media is the most essential for development of India's northeast. The event saw the participation of young speakers from various other universities like Delhi Technological University, Chandigarh University, etc.
Debate is an important part of arriving at solutions and discussing what problems a particular place has, and I think this is a wonderful platform that I received, that I got to be a part of, to discuss about the Northeast. And it's very important that we all take part in the collective development of the Northeast, since it's an important part of our country.
The event was graced by Professor Dilip Barua, former principal of Cotton College and an alumni of Delhi University, as a speaker of the motion. He also enlightened the youngsters with his motivational words and encouraged the youth in their future endeavours.
SME Students Association, New Delhi, must be congratulated for arranging this first ever Dr. Mamani Raisam Goswami Memorial Debating Competition. This is a tribute to the great literature, and I'm sure they will keep it going for years to come. And this will bring in a lot of students from across Delhi and Punjab and other parts, and they will get to know more about the Northeast because there is what they call the information deficit or knowledge deficit about the Northeast. So this will be bridged.
The judges panel included some of the eminent individuals from Assam like Dr. Shrutimala Dwara, Associate Professor, Handicrafts College, Guwahati, Professor Saswati Goswami, Associate Professor, Indian Institute of Mass Communication, New Delhi, and Rakhi Kalita, Associate Professor, Cotton College. It was a fair judgment by the panel of judges. After a grueling competition among the youngsters, Kuldeep Bhattacharya and Vivek Lohia grabbed the Best Speakers Award as well as the Best Team representing Delhi College of Arts and Commerce. Moreover, the award for the second Best Speaker was conferred to Aditya Pant, PGDAV College, and Subhrangshu Pratim, Hindu College. Preksha Gupta of Delhi Technological University was the best interjector of the debate. The event ended with a positive note, giving a clear idea about India's northeast region and its importance in taking the country on the road to development. The beating of drums, gongs, cymbals accompanied by the traditional folk songs marked the beginning of the famous Chapcharkut festival in the northeastern province of Mizoram. This festival is one of the oldest festivals of the state, holding a great cultural significance. It marks the onset of the spring season. People from all across the country and abroad came together to celebrate the vibrant festival. Let's have a look.
Dressed in colourful traditional attire, the young and old alike of the tribal communities of Mizoram came together to celebrate the Chapcharkut festival. The annual festival is celebrated to rejoice the harvesting season. It marks the onset of spring season when jungles are cleared and bamboo trees are cut down and the sowing season begins. It is during this time of the year when tribes from all over the state come together and make merry. Dressed in traditional colourful costumes, bright and especially made headgears and intricately designed jewellery, young boys and girls dance to the tunes of gongs and cymbals, attracting people from all walks of life to participate in the rich traditions.
I came here to learn more about musical culture, so I'm at Chapcharkut festival today to do that. I'm enjoying it very much. Everything is beautiful, the dancers, the dresses, the people, so I hope you also had a good time, huh?
A dozen different cultural dances are performed during the Chapcharkut celebrations, which is the star attraction and indeed a sight to behold. Among such colourful dances is the Parlam dance of Mizoram, which is performed by a group of women adorned in a colourful Mizo outfit and accompanied with a garland of flower on their heads. Chapcharkut is one of India's most colourful festivals and portrays the vibrant tradition and culture and lives up to its tagline, the Mizo Festival of Joy.
Well, viewers, with that we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at AnyIndia_ANI. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Chandrakala signing off. Goodbye and take care.